Hey yo, what is going on everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and as you guys can see here, we are here with the defensive slash rebounding badges tier list. A lot of you guys were asking for when we did the shooting badge tier list, so I figured we'd go ahead and get this one done. If you guys are excited for this video, please leave a like down below. All the likes are appreciated and I love all of you guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. 83% of the people that are watching these videos are not subscribed, so please go ahead and hit that sub button. Now, defensive slash rebounding badges are weird because I feel like there's a lot of, again, mid-tier badges. Ones that are just, like not great, not bad. They're just, pretty good. But we're starting off with one of the badges that I think is actually pretty good, and it is Box. Box is just a great badge. It's the one that allows you to actually box out your opponents for rebounding. I'm going to throw it in A tier because I just think it's great, and I think it really allows you to just get positioning on your player. This is one of the badges that it's pretty good at each tier, and you can see a noticeable difference, but you're definitely going to want it on either Gold or Hall of Fame because it just gives that big boost. Next, we're on Brick Wall. That's an S tier badge. It's always an S tier badge. They always make Brick Wall so overpowered. It allows you to set hard screens. It's super overpowered. Like, literally, when somebody has Hall of Fame Brick Wall, it literally like negates Pick Dodger, which is absolute bullshit. Brick Wall is insane. It's one of the most overpowered badges in the game. If you have the opportunity, get that hoe on Hall of Fame. Obviously on Gold, it's still a pretty good badge, but it's not one that I would say is absolutely insane. It's just one that's pretty good. It's like, it's not bad, but it's not great. I'm gonna go over another badge that I know is actually still pretty good, and this is Clamps. Clamps obviously is a S tier badge. It's one of those badges that you literally like need if you want to do some amazing things on defense. Like, if you want to guard on the perimeter, you need to have Clamps. If I'm being honest, bronze and silver clamps really don't do too much. Get gold, get Hall of Fame. You'll still get blown by if you don't have gold or Hall of Fame. Obviously, Hall of Fame clamps is what you're going to want. And with a lot of these defensive size rebounding badges, you'll see that I say get Hall of Fame because a lot of them are actually really good, but really good if you have them at a higher tier. Before that, they're not very great. Next, we have, I'm pretty sure this is Chase Down Artist right here. And it's an okay badge. It's not great, it's not bad, but you will see a pretty big boost in your chase downs if you do use it. So we'll throw it in C tier. It's not great, it's not bad, but maybe it could be a little bit better. But it's one of those things where it's a badge that helps you in very specific scenarios. So it's like, it doesn't hurt you to have it, but again, it doesn't give you a big boost. Whereas these other badges, you use these all the time, so it's actually a pretty big deal. Next, we have Defensive Leader. Now, with Defensive Leader, it's just like Floor General but on defense. It gives a +1 attribute for each tier for all the defensive badges, or all the defensive stats for everybody on your squad. So on Bronze, it gives a +1 boost. On Silver, +2, Gold +3, and Hall of Fame +4. So with this, obviously, you want it in general. Any tier, you want it, but obviously it's going to be better on Hall of Fame. But Defensive Leader is like one of those badges where I absolutely love it, and for me, I'm like, yo, I need that. But for some people, it might not be a super necessary badge, so I'm gonna throw it at B because it's one of those things where you love it. It's an amazing badge, but it's not really a crutch badge, especially at this point in the year because everything's so good. So just stay in mind with that. Next is Heart Crusher. Now with Heart Crusher, I think it's actually a decent badge. It's a cool idea for a badge. It knocks down a player's takeover, like the opposing player's takeover, through certain actions, and I just don't think it gives you a lot of boost. Again, it's one of those things where you're really only going to notice something on Hall of Fame, but if somebody's going to get takeover in 2K20, they're going to get takeover. Like, you really can't stop it or slow it down, and even the slowing down effect isn't that great. So it's okay, but it's nothing insane. Next, we have Interceptor, and this one might be a little bit of a controversial one, but I'm going to throw it at A tier. Now, the reason I'm throwing it at A tier is I've played a lot of Park in my days with Rec, Pro-Am, all of that stuff on 2K20, and you cannot catch a pass Like, you cannot intercept a pass unless you have this badge at least on like silver. And on my slashing playmaker, I throw this badge, I think, on silver, sometimes on gold, because you literally need it. I had a friend who's a pure lock, and one of the badges that he always had, Hall of Fame, was interceptor, because it actually allows you to grab the ball when it's flying. Other tiers, like if you just have it on bronze or not at all, you'll press square and the ball just flies by you because of needle threader. Like, this is one you need to have it at least on silver to get anything. That's what I've noticed a change, at least when I've been playing. So just beware of that. But it is a really, really, really good badge when you get it up on those top tiers. I absolutely love this one. Next, we have Intimidator. This is an easy S tier badge for me. Literally is insane. Like, Intimidator, it stops somebody's ability from taking a shot. Like, it, you know, gives you a higher percent contest. There hasn't been a lot of testing on this one, but you can see a big impact in the amount that somebody affects your shot with Intimidator, especially on Hawk. Like, it is super hard to get a shot off when somebody has Intimidator, especially if you're going to the paint. Like, it is over. They will contest the hell out of you. There's some glass locks in part that will shut you down with this badge, and it is so annoying. But it's actually such a good badge. Like, it seriously is a pretty good badge. Next, we have Lightning Reflexes. I'm gonna throw it at D tier. A lot of people maybe in the beginning of the year, including myself, might have thought this would be a cool one. It quickens how fast you react, but I've seen a negligible impact on it. If it does boost it, it's really not a lot, and it's really not something that I think is amazing or something that really matters. So I had high hopes for the badge, but it's not one that I'm very intense on. Next, we have Moving Truck. Moving Truck allows you to stop people from backing you down in a post, or actually no, it allows you to move people easier in the post. My bad. I'm gonna throw it at C tier. It does give you a big bonus, or a decent bonus, but really you only need a high strength, and it's okay. Usually, if you have the size advantage, you will back down the other person in the post, but if you are pretty even in strength and one has Moving Truck and the other one doesn't have post move lockdown, then Moving Truck is going to be amazing. But most of the time they have both of them, so it really cancels it out. So pretty good badge, but nothing that is, I guess, super insane. It's just it's not bad. Next, we have Off Ball Pest. Again, this is kind of like the off ball shooting badge. I forget what it's called, but it basically allows you to stick to people off ball. I'm gonna throw it at C tier because you can notice some more bumping when they are running around, and if somebody has this on Hall of Fame, they actually bump you a lot and they don't let you get by, but you can get enough bumping animations if you're following somebody off ball with it that I don't feel like it's very amazing. It's a good badge, but it's nothing super crazy. Next, we have Pick Dodger, which is going to be a surprise to a lot of people because other players will throw it at S or A tier, and I'm putting it solid at B tier. Pick Dodger does not give you as much of a boost as you guys think it does, or some people will lead on to it. Really, I've only noticed a difference in Pick Dodger on Hall of Fame. On gold, if somebody has half a brick wall, you're getting rocked no matter what. Like, I have gold Pick Dodger on my slashing playmaker in part, and I still run into screens. I still get held on screens. I can't get through any of them. Like, it does not help you at all because the brick wall just cancels it out and still sets big body Miyagi's on you. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Again, it's a good badge if somebody doesn't have brick wall, but as soon as brick wall is there, the badge is negligible and there's no point in it. So for me personally, it is not a badge that I have very high on my list. It's just not worth it. Next, we have Pickpocket, which I'm going to throw an A tier because Pickpocket, if somebody is spamming their ass with square and they have half Pickpocket, they're going to get some steals throughout the course of the game. I don't know why 2K loves making this badge absolutely insane every single year, but it still follows the trend. It is super good. You can get a bunch of steals with it. It's one of those gold or Hall of Fame badges. Again, silver and bronze, you don't really notice it too much, but then again, maybe it's just because I don't press square as often. But on Golden Hall of Fame, you can definitely see a nice little boost to them, so not a bad badge at all. Next, we have Pogo Stick. I'm going to throw that at B tier. Now, testing was done on this badge. It's one of the only badges that we actually have some testing on from the defensive / rebounding category, and it is Pogo Stick. Now, Pogo Stick, when you have no Pogo Stick versus when you have Hall of Fame, that boost from no to Hall of Fame is 1.68 seconds for like a 3 jump period. NBA2K Lab did this testing. They did 3 consecutive jumps to see how fast they could do it when in the paint trying to contest shots, and the average sped up time was 1.68 seconds. So it's actually a pretty good boost for Hoff Pogo Stick. But again, how I like to grade these badges is if they are a niche badge, which you can't really use all the time, then they don't deserve to be an S and A tier. Like these 6 badges that we have up in S and A tier, you use all the time and are absolutely amazing. So I quite like them. Next, we have Post Move Lockdown. Now this badge, if we're talking for Park or other things that aren't my team, I think it's probably around C tier. But if we're taking it into the terms of my team, I would probably put it at B tier, maybe even A tier. I feel like it's in that kind of in between A and B tier because everybody is using a tall ass center, so anybody on your team having Hoff Post Move Lockdown is going to be great. It stops you from being able to back you down as much. If you have a high strength and Hoff Post Move Lockdown, it's going to be real hard to back you down in the post. Some players are still going to be able to do it like Shaq just because it's Shaq. We expect that to happen. But Hoff Post Move Lockdown in my team is absolutely amazing. It's something you're definitely going to want to have because it just helps you out so much in those specific opportunities. Again, if this wasn't my team, I'd throw it down a C, but with my team, I think I would throw it up into B tier just because how the meta is played. Next, we have Rebound Chaser, which easily goes up into S tier. At each different tier of Rebound Chaser, you can see your ability to rebound the ball more and more. Like, it's crazy. I celebrate, my guy is a glass lock on Park, and we literally have to run Hoff Rebound Chaser because if anybody else has Hoff Rebound Chaser or a higher level of Rebound Chaser than you, they are getting the ball. Watch when your guy doesn't have Rebound Chaser and he'll point up to the sky and then won't get the board. But if they have Rebound Chaser, they'll actually try to get the ball. They'll actually try to go at it and chase that down. It's actually such a good badge, and I mean such a good badge, and definitely one that you guys would want to get, on your big man, or even, a guy like Giannis. Like it's prime time. Let me tell y'all that. Next, we have Rim Protector, which we're gonna throw up at A tier. Again, it's just like Pickpocket except for blocking shots. You try to block shots a lot. If you mix the Pogo Stick and Rim Protector together, you're gonna be getting a lot. And I haven't seen too much of the ability of being able to block the shot increase, more of better animations when you have a higher level of Rim Protector. He actually, will jump towards the ball correctly and things like that. Because when you have low, like bronze, I've seen some really bad animations where you kind of jump away from it. But with Hoff, I've seen more, in there, actually contesting them and going for them. It works great. You know what I mean? Like, it works actually pretty good. Now next we have Tireless Defender, which I've used a bit in my time on Park and Pro-Am, and it's a nice easy C tier badge. It saves you some stamina when you're bumping and all that sort of stuff, but eventually you're still going to get stammed, you're still going to notice it, but it does help you in those little scenarios where you kind of want to help stamina and things like that. It's not too bad. Now next we have Trapper. Now this is a badge that I thought was actually really, really, really bad in the beginning of the year. Like, I didn't see any sort of help. But then when my boys TD4 was playing a lot of Pro-Am and said that it allows people to basically trap you in the corner. Like, if 2 people have Hoff Trapper and just pull up on you and gang up on you in the corner, you'll just throw the ball out of bounds every single time, no matter what. And people just abuse it all day. So, originally, I would have thrown it at D tier. But after some knowledge from my boy, I think I'm easily going to throw that at C tier. 2 people have Hall of Fame Trapper. If you can get them, trapped, basically, 2 people on them, it's going to be super hard for them to throw the pass out accurately. And even if they do, they'll dribble a little. You might be able to get a nice little steal. So, pretty decent badge, actually, after some initial hate towards it. So, Trapper, pretty decent badge. Again, it's one of those ones that's going to help you, but in very specific scenarios, so we got to throw it down lower on the list. And then last but not least, we have Worm, which, in my opinion, is a very nice A tier badge. The reason Worm is great is because it allows you to maneuver around other people's box outs. Now, if other people have high levels of box, Worm is going to have a negligible effect, but you're still not going. If you don't have Worm at all and somebody has half box, you are going to be the one that is getting controlled in the post going for the board. But if you have Hall of Fame Worm and they have Hall of Fame box, well, you have both of them basically. If you have both box and Worm, you have more power and more positioning effect in the post than they may have if they have lower tier ones. These are amazing, amazing, amazing badges, and obviously you use them all the time because rebounds are a thing that happen all the time in the game. This is my final defense slash rebounding tier list. I think some of them are actually really, really good. And again, the general idea with a lot of these defensive badges is you either want them in gold or Hall of Fame, because some of them don't have the biggest of boosts at the lower tiers, but they're still not bad badges. Let me know what you guys thought about my tier list down in the comment section below. Maybe you guys would change anything. Like the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new on that road to 5.2K. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.